Hi, good evening, everybody. I hope you all are doing good. This is Lacuna Astro's official channel. If you have any specific questions, feel free to ask, and I would definitely look into your charts. There are very basic rules of this channel where everyone is expected to keep their discussions centered around their kundali. सो अगर आपके डिस्कशंस या आपके क्वेश्चंस आउट ऑफ योर कुंडली हैं तो देन वी वुड नॉट बी एबल टू रियली हेल्प यू आउट. सो सबसे बड़ा जो फोकस पॉइंट है हमारा दैट इज़ ऑन योर कुंडली. सो आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू क्लियरली कॉल आउट दैट Lacuna Astro has built an in-house software, and the purpose of this software is to uh, help us expedite the predictions, and it also helps us really extract the necessary data points which are required to get the predictions right. So that is what we have, and that is what we use. In yesterday's session, there was a question around Monday in astrology, and the question was around how exactly the nakshatras impact a specific prediction, right? So in today's session, probably we may just touch that. I'm not so keen to look into that, but still, if time permits, we'll definitely try to talk about that. How the entire geographical location has been divided into multiple parts, right? And every nakshatra has been given a specific regional responsibility. So so whenever there is a specific prediction, you also need to see that which nakshatra is there, and then based on that, if you are doing a mundane astrology, then you can definitely predict what is going to happen in a specific geographic location. So we would definitely talk about it if time permits, but maybe we may not touch this point in greater details today. So that is one very important thing I just wanted to mention. In yesterday's session, somebody had a question around that. As I said earlier, we are also going to start Q&A sessions. So if you have any specific questions, which is very generic in nature, then within the Lacuna Astro app, there is a section called Ask a Question. You can go there and you can just shoot your question to us. And we are going to look into that. We are going to come up with the most elaborated answer possible for that specific question. So that is for sure we are going to help you with. Now, I would suggest all of you to please start sharing your details if you are here to get any sort of astrological consultation. Just give me a minute. Yep. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I was talking about that, right? So maybe if time permits, then definitely we'll try to touch that area. But I'm not so keen to look into the uh, mundane astrology, because that is more of a geographical thing, right? And a lot of geopolitics influences. So we really don't focus on that. So that's the reasoning I never wanted to talk about it. But since in yesterday's session somebody had a question, so maybe we can talk about it at some point. I also wanted to let you guys know that in Lacuna Astro application there is a capability called Ask a Question. Now you can go and ask a specific question if you have, which is not there in the list of the questions. So in the live sessions, initial 10 to 15 minutes would be dedicated to answering the specific questions which are being asked by you guys. I also see that a lot of people are asking us to join, right, as an astrologer or as a Vastu consultant and things like that. So I wanted to be very clear about it that the focus of Lacuna Astro is not uh, in the direction of onboarding astrologers. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join us as a astrologer or somebody who can help others, I have to say sorry. We don't have any plans to have astrologers on our platform. So that's very clear stand from our side. There is one more request which has come, and I feel that definitely that person is an astrologer. He is asking us to expose certain things, right? For example, he is asking us to enable all divisional charts in Lacuna Astro. That is one thing. He's asking us to introduce Shuttable in the application. Now, when we see this requirement is very, mm, very astrologer centric, because आप लोग एक नॉर्मल यूज़र के तौर पर इट्स टफ फॉर यू ऑल टू रियली रैशनलाइज कि एक्चुअल में वो वर्गा चार्ट्स के अंदर स्पेसिफिक डिटेल्स को रीड कैसे करना है, या शटबल के अंदर जो आपकी डिटेल्स कंप्यूट की गई हैं उनको कैसे समझना है. सो फिर से बात घूम करके वहीं आ जाती है कि क्या लकूना एस्ट्रो अपने आप को एक्सपोज करना चाहता है एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स को, या उन लोगों को जिनको सच में जेन्युइन इंटरप्रिटेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट है. सो दैट्स अ डिलेमा, दैट्स a gray area. But as of now, we are not going to open it to any astrologer, or we are not going to give these details as of today. So if anybody is asking those questions, because I see that that question comes very frequently on our Q&A in the application, so I would suggest everybody not to seek that as a capability anytime soon. The reasoning is very simple. This platform is not built for astrologers. So if somebody wants to use Lacuna Astro to do predictions for somebody, I would say you can do that for now. But very soon we are also going to have a monitoring built on top of that, where we would be making sure only the users are getting opportunity to look into their charts, because our analytics indicates that there are a lot of people who are creating multiple profiles. Yeah. And one user has around 75 profiles created so far. So what the hell that guy is doing on the platform? Definitely he is using our services to do some business. That's absolutely fine. We don't have any problems with that. But that is not the intent of the product. So anybody who is building their career around or on top of the Lacuna Astro application, I just wanted to make them aware that their business is under threat, because we can block you anytime, right? All the user profiles you are creating would be gone. So that is the reasoning I want to make sure that astrologers are not using our platform. They should not be using, because the details which are available in the application is very good enough to let anybody pretend as an astrologer, right? So I wanted to reiterate this because these are the very strong steps we are going to take in near future, where anybody who is having more than 20 profiles created in the system would be removed from Lacuna Astro, and their IDs would be blocked forever. So as long as you have a strong rationale behind it, we have no problem. But if you can't justify why you did this, then definitely we are going to block you. So let's start. And I see Dhavani. I think, yeah, Dhavani. Dhavani is the first one, and then Priti Jha. Priti, I think we have already created a token for you. I remember we created a token for you. I think last time when you came, the discussion didn't end. I mean, we didn't even create your profile last time when you came, right? So I'll create it today for you. Preeti, if you're there, just let me know. Okay, guys. So I'm just adding everybody in the queue. And everybody also share your question, and along with that share your name also. And Ankit, please don't spam. I'm not going to block you, but don't send your messages multiple times. Let's start. So I will read this name as Dhavan. So Dhavan, if you want to correct your name, please do share your name also. Matish, Matish, just hold on. I'll add you into the queue. So we do have Dhavan, then Preeti, and then Matish, Matish Kumar. What is the meaning of Matish, if you don't mind? Dhruvi. Thank you, Dhruvi. This is really helpful. Just hold on. And guys, I would also request you to please keep your questions very precise. ऐसा क्वेश्चन ना पूछें which is an open ended question, right? For example, somebody asking मेरा भविष्य कैसा होगा, so मैं उसको उसमें आपको हेल्प नहीं कर पाऊँगा. So I would say that कि आप थोड़ा सा ना क्वेश्चंस को बहुत ही फोकस्ड रखेंगे. दैट विल रियली हेल्प मी look into your chart quickly. Otherwise we would just be wasting time, and that is what I don't want to really focus on. November 29th. Three 12 a.m. Dhruvi, your Matish, you are added into the queue, so please don't spam. बार बार message ना send करें. That's not going to help anybody. And nobody would call me Guruji, okay? So, Dhruvi, this is your token. Please keep it handy next time when you come. Dhruvi, this is your token. I would request you to please keep it handy. Means I said don't call me Guruji because I I'm not a Guruji, right? So उसका कोई वो नहीं है. MLJV. Dhruvi, your token is ready with us, and your question is around government job, right? Hey, hi Prabhati, how are you doing? 2, 6, 10, 11, 2, 6, 10, 11, 2, 10, 11, 2, 11. Okay. Is there any exam which is coming or which is nearby? Dhruvi, please confirm. Is there any upcoming exam for you? Please quickly confirm that. Prabhati ji, I have added you into the queue. So, Dhruvi, is there any exam which is upcoming for you, and when is that? I need to know the time. End of March. Fine. Thank you. Chandrama Guru Budh. If you appear for exam during this time, right, then I see that the house number 2, 6, 10, and 11. I mean, 6 is obviously not been directly involved here, but it is giving a very considerably strong indication that the time should go well for you. So this exam should definitely bring some benefits for you, for sure, as long as it is happening at the end of March. If it is not happening in March, then definitely we need to look into a different time frame. But as far as the dasha is concerned, and looking at the chart, it confirms that there is a strong possibility of happening this event. So I would say go with a very positive mindset, Dhruvi, and whatever is the outcome, just let us know. Prabhati, one more message. I mean, don't send multiple messages, Prabhati. Nobody should be sending messages multiple times. Fine. Dhruvi, I have just updated the system. So next time when you come, right, we would be able to understand the discussion we had, right? So the time seems to be quite favorable for you. As long as it is happening in the month of March. If it is drifting here and there, then you can always come back and ask again. But as far as the time you mentioned, it seems that it is very positive. Let's move on. Priti. Priti Jha. Priti, if you are there, please let me know. Guys, you can also create your token by yourself. And to do so, you can download the Lacuna Astro application. It is available on App Store and Play Store. It allows you to ask two questions as well. And those questions are very detailed. हाँ लग सकता है, बिल्कुल लग सकता है. So we have created Preeti's chart. And Preeti, this is your token. This is your token, Preeti. And I would request you to please keep this handy. Next time when you come, this is what would be expected from you. Uh, the people who are joining us first time, it is really very critical information for them that Lacuna Astro uses a very specific token system, which is like a Aadhaar card, right, which government gives you. Somewhat similar thing we have also built, and it's a highly secure and ciphered token which is generated for you, which allows us to uniquely identify yourself in the Lacuna Astro system. Let's assume I'm going to have a conversation with Preeti today, and we would have a long discussion about it. Maybe 5-10 minutes I'll be spending with Preeti, and then in that 5-10 minutes there would be a few exchanges of messages, right? And that exchange of message is definitely going to create a considerably detailed data set, right, which would be used to really uh, predict and look into her chart, right? Because the deshkal paristhiti is something which really signifies the actual the direction, the growth in which you are going to move into. So that is the reasoning this detail makes a very important role in predictions. So what we do, so against this token we maintain these details. So next time when Preeti comes, system would be having all the details in a very condensed and summarized form, which allows us to quickly understand what we discussed in past. So the next discussion would be a bit more meaningful, a bit more contextual, and then we can have a really a healthy and a discussion where accountability is attached at the very basic of it, at the very foundation of it. So that's the purpose why we do have this token system. So that's the reasoning I request everybody to please make sure you maintain your token. uh, and I also wanted to let you know that, let's assume there is another one, right? Who is she? Somebody from West Bengal came, right? Let's assume she stole Preeti's token because I have just shared it here, right? And tomorrow she comes and says that, sir, this is my token, please predict. So now with that token, we our system realizes that this token is being shared by a different YouTube handle. So in any case, even if your token is being copied by somebody, we are the ultimate guys who would realize that this is something which belongs to somebody else, so it should not be given any further access for that. So this is really important. So please guys, maintain your token, and whenever you come, whenever you feel that you need any sort of discussion with me, please come with your token. So that's the humble request I have. So Preeti, ally underscore MLJX is your token. Please maintain that. I do have your token in, I do have your chart in front of me. Your chart indicates, at least the numerological chart indicates, that you may have extreme anger issues. So, uh, which is, quite dangerous, but it's okay. Just give me a minute. That also indicates that there is a very strong fire element within you, which is fine, which results into this anger as well. So that's not a problem. As far as thought plane is concerned, it is pretty much absent. We do not have any prints of the wood element that is there. Metal is also suffering. Earth element is largely influenced. Okay. Your chart is not indicating any sort of mangalik dosh or anything related to that, but your question is related to job, right? Since your numerological chart is indicating considerably strong footprint of fire element, we can rationalize saying that yes, there is a strong possibility of you getting into the government job. But at the same time, if we look at your astrological chart, specifically the Nadi, then we have to make sure 2, 6, 10, 11 is formed uh, in the current dasha which is going on, so that it can be a supportive time for you. So for that, I'm just going to look into it. You are currently in Rahu Guru Rahu dasha. This is the time which is currently going on. This dasha is ending somewhere in April, Preeti, 27th of April. So in this duration, if you are appearing for any exams, you're not going to crack that. Uh, so I have to say sorry, but if you are appearing for any exams during this window, then most likely the results may not be in absolute favor. Oh, that is fine. You need to tell me the time. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead with the generic time frame, right? So if I just look into the current time frame where you are in, then it is not giving any sort of indication which is clearly supporting the possibility of you uh, being employed, right? So next one, let me see that also. Just hold on. Okay. Starting from April till October 2026 is extremely favorable time for you. You must give your absolute attention during that time. So starting from April, guys, when I'm doing the reading, I would not be able to look into your charts. So just listen to me. And if you are asking any question related to exams or something, please specify when is that exam expected, so that we can specifically target the dasha in which the specific planetary combinations are required. So as long as that is there, the probability of happening that event increases. If the probability is means the combination is not there, then it can be illusion, right, where you may feel that, oh, I'll get selected, but maybe that won't happen. So similarly in Preeti, in your chart, अप्रैल तक कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. सो अप्रैल तक का जो समय है, देयर यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू सी एनीथिंग considerably supporting you in job. You can always appear for the test and everything, but वो रिजल्ट आना नहीं हो, पॉजिटिव बहुत अच्छा दिखना नहीं चाहिए हो. स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम अप्रैल 2026 से लेकर के जो आपका मिड ऑफ अक्टूबर 2026 का जो टाइम है is extremely favorable for you to seek any opportunities in the market. So that is definitely going to work out for you. And I think your window, your time falls in that window. So that is what I have to say, Preeti. You can just remember this token and the time frame I have suggested. If you are appearing for any exams in that window which I have just mentioned, then the chances of success is pretty high because the combinations are there and it is being supported also. Fine, let's move on, guys. And Preeti, please take care of your health. That is very important. I would suggest you to please take care of your health. Now we are going to Matish Kumar. Matish, you have sent a really good question. Uh, Really good question. I mean, it's good because in the very first message you covered everything what was required, right? So no follow-ups required. I can just directly get into the reading for you. So just give me a minute. I'll create your chart. What is the meaning of Matish? I asked for that. Have you responded, Matish? Any nearby? Oh no, fine, I got it. Guys, this will be a 1 hour session. So in 1 hour, I'll be closing it. So please make sure your questions are asked before that. Anybody who sends the message before 1 hour, I'll be adding them into the queue. Afterwards, any new messages would not be covered today. Matesh, what is the meaning of your name? Matish, I'm waiting for your answer. What is the meaning of your name? Matish, this is your token. So, Matish, this is your token. Please keep this handy. Oh, Matish means Lord of Mind. Okay, let's do a quick reading for him. What is your question, man? It's related to job. So your numerological chart is very strongly reflecting this possibility of you joining uh, government job. So that there is a very strong possibility. This is also indicating some turbulence on the relationship side. So that I would suggest you to please be a little bit, careful about your relationship. You have to take good care of it. Otherwise, you can end up having certain situations. Right now, when is your exam? It is in June. June. So you are in Shukra Shani Rahu. Just hold on. Good. Very good. Awesome, man. This is a really good and favorable time, I would say. So go with a full preparation because the time is very favorable, and the specific combinations are being supported by all three planets. Some are giving the full support and some are giving partial support, but this is a really good indication that the time is very favorable for you. So I would say that give your best, go for it, and definitely this slot seems to be very supportive for you. As long as your exam is happening somewhere between January to July, this is something definitely very supportive. Even if it drifts, if it goes beyond July, the time is even favorable. Then you would be moving into Guru, right? So I would suggest you to please go with your full preparation, give your best in the exam. Uh, oh, that is something uh, you know. I'm not saying you are in a relationship. I'm saying you may have trouble in relationship. So वो ट्रबल की बात हो रही है. वेदर यू आर इन रिलेशनशिप और नॉट इन रिलेशनशिप उसका डिस्कशन नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पे. सो you have to take care of your relationships, otherwise they will end very abruptly. So that is what I said. So as long as your exam is happening in this time frame, uh, if exam is happening in this time frame, the results are going to be positive. Let me know whatever is the outcome, right? Just let me know. Okay. Matish, I am also interested having an offline discussion with you. Let's move on, guys. Prabhat, Prabhat, Prabha. I don't know what is your name. So you have not mentioned that. Prabha, if you're there, just let me know. मैं वही इसीलिए मैंने आपको बोला कि आई वांटेड टू टॉक टू यू ऑफलाइन. If you want, you can connect with us offline. So the people who are new here, right? I also want to let them know two things. Here, as of today, we use three techniques, right? Uh, One is numerology, that is used to just do the top level behavioral scanning. Second technique we use is nadi. We look into your nadi chart. And third thing we use is parashari. So when we test the parashari, there basically we have compiled everything, and we calculate the shuttle for you, uh, for each request, whoever is asking the question. uh, and in the shuttle there is an issue for you, right, Matish? That is the reasoning I requested you to connect, because if that is indicating some issues in the same area which you want to pursue as a career, then definitely you need to do certain remedies to overcome that. And before we suggest anything, that has to be a two-way conversation. We have to speak to you. So if you feel uh, okay, please let us know, and we would love to connect with you. And that is very important. Uh, but choice is yours. Okay, guys. Prabhati, if you are there, please let me know. Prabhati, if you are there, let me know. Okay, Prabhati is no longer there. Let's move on and add a few more people into the queue. So I'm going to add Rohit. रोहित मेहता. रोहित, अगर आप हैं तो अपनी अवेलेबिलिटी को कंफर्म कर सकते हैं. अगर आप नहीं हैं तो आई विल मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पर्सन. नेक्स्ट वुड बी लर्नर, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. Learner is also added into the queue. Preetam Paul. Preetam, good to see you again, Preetam. I remember I have had a conversation with you. It will be really good to see what progress you have made. Prapti. Prapti, you are also added into the queue. Shiv Gauri. शिव गौरी, मुझे नहीं पता what help you are seeking, since या आप बांट रहे हो अपना दर्द सबके साथ, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कुछ रीजनेबल डिटेल्स हैं नहीं, तो आई कांट हेल्प यू. ओके, आई डोंट सी एनी मोर डिटेल्स हेयर. आई सी one more, Kamal Preet. I'm adding Kamal Preet as well. and we are going to Rusha as well. What is your name? Marriage with Siddharth is possible or not? How will it be? Vrusha, if it is your real name, right? I can just tell you whether your marriage is possible or not. I can't tell you whether it is going to be with um, Siddharth, the handsome guy, right? Uh, so I can't I can't comment on that. I can just comment on whether it is possible according to your chart or not. Whether you will marry to this specific guy is something we don't know. Okay, so for that I have to say sorry, and nobody can answer that. If somebody is answering you or somebody is giving you false hope, so please be careful. Okay. I also wanted to let everybody know that by next week we are going to make Nadi charts also available in Lacuna Astro. So you guys would be able to see your Nadi chart there. So Vrusha, if you think that what you wanted is not being answered, you can use your time somewhere else and ask somebody who is skilled enough to answer this. So as I said, Nadi is going to be available to all of you starting next week. What would you get to see? You will get to see the planet in which Star Lord, who is the Star Lord, and Sub Lord as well. So these details would be shown to you. Along with that, you would also get to see the Vimsotri Dasha, which would be based on the KP Anamsha. So these are the details you are going to see. All the questions, so there are around 49 questions as of today available in Lacuna Astro. Those questions are giving answers based on the Parashari technique, and they use 8 different um data points to take a decision whether the event would happen or not. That is going to be extended with Nadi as well. So, starting from next week, you guys would be able to see a prediction which is being validated with both the methods in single space. And we have been trying this in the live sessions. Predominantly, that's the main purpose of doing these live sessions. We have been validating the predictions, the possibilities of the event, and it has come out very beautiful, right? So our confidence has gone up. We are definitely going to so I'm in a position to say my team that yes, we can comfortably put it out. So let's proceed. Prabhati is no longer there, so we'll move on. We'll go to Rohit. Rohit, if you are there, let me know. Sanjit, you are there in the list, so please don't message multiple times. Rohit, you are not there, so I'll move on. Learner. Danish, if you are there, let me know. You are not in the queue. Danish, if you are there, let me know. Good to see that these guys are no longer there. Danish Sharma. Oh, what kind of name is this? Fine. Danish is not there. Let's move on. Preetam Paul. Preetam, I'll take you at the end because I remember you asking the same question 2 3 months ago. So I don't know what is motivating you to ask it again, but let's look into it. So October 25, right? 2025 October is when you came, and your question was, uh, so so that time you came with the question of getting your father's job, right? Now you are asking about CMA final exams. So I told you, I remember I last time I asked you to decide what exactly you want to do, whether you want to get your father's job or you really want to drift and do something else. As long as your father's job is concerned, I think there was a discussion about it, right? And we said that it is definitely going to happen, but definitely it is going to take time. Now I'm a bit, worried about you. Um, and I want to talk to you also. If you want, connect with me offline. I really want to understand, rather than you going for your father's job, the Anukampa wali job and all that you asked at the very first time. So uh, let's connect offline. I really want to understand what is making you think that that job is not going to land to you. And I remember I requested you last time as well to come and connect with me, but you never connected. So uh, I would not give you my time now. I would request you to connect with me offline and then we can discuss it further. Let's move on. Prapti. Prapti, if you are there, let me know. And guys, please do share your name as well. Karabi Munsi. Karabi Munsi. What is this name? I don't know. What's your real name? If you don't mind, you can mention that. Prapti. Prapti is there. Thank you, Prapti. Prapti, your question is not clear. Can you rephrase your question, please? What exactly you want to ask? And when you say CS, does that mean computer science or what exactly you mean by that? I see that you are mixing a lot of things. May I request you to please just rephrase your question? Prapti. Kasipur. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, 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 fine, fine. Prapti, this is your token. Just keep it ha- handy with you. Prapti, this is your token. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's all right. I'm looking into it. You just please make sure you have your token saved somewhere. So I'll check two things, Prapti. One is I'll check the possibility of you clearing the competitive exam. And see, clearing a competitive exam is a quite trivial combination, right? There are multiple combinations which can result into the possibility of cracking an exam, right? For example, when I say combinations, it is predominantly the combination of houses, right? For example, in case if you are appearing for any competitive exams, then house number 4, 9, 11, 4, 11, 5, 11, 6, 11. So these are the combinations. If any of these combinations are being formed at a right place, then definitely you get to see good result. Now let's see what is there, if these are being formed or not. Okay, so your chart is open here. I have already given you the token. First thing, your numerological chart is definitely indicating that you must be involved in something where you would be largely on the side of communication, using more of your you know capability to articulate in that business is most likely is the area you would be in. There is a very low support uh, of you joining a government sector in your numerological chart, but we don't really count on it. Reasoning is very simple. It can't be trusted fully, and that's the reasoning we just use it for behavioral analysis. You must also be very soft spoken. As far as the communication capabilities are concerned, you should be pretty good with that. You're definitely going to have a good marriage. You are definitely going to have kids. Majority of kids would be girl childs, and you do not have any mangal dosh or anything like that. But your question is related to, are you going to clear the exam or not? So for that, I am just looking into the different combinations if available. First, you are in Rahu Guru Guru at the moment. How are you, Rahu uncle? 511. Okay. How are you, Guru? Very good. Nice. This is very supportive situation for you, Prapti. Chart is very, very favorable. I would suggest you to start doing one thing. Uh, Definitely, it is not going to make a considerable difference, but I want you to just increase the possibility of you being selected there, right? And there can be a problem when it comes to the interviews. There can be slight issues with that, and for that, I would suggest you to just hold on. Okay, give me one more minute. Just give me one more minute. I just want to reconcile it with the possibility of job as well. 2, 6, 11. See, the chances of you clearing is pretty good, but maybe when you start working, right, you will be doing a job which is way below your skill set. So that may be the possibility or the experience you would be getting during that time. So what I can say that the time frame is very supportive. You definitely go with full confidence. The only problem I see is the profile you will be getting into. So most likely you may be feeling that you are doing a substandard work, right? So whatever is your core capability, you may not be really using that skill set. So that is the only comment I have. But overall, the time is very positive for you. Okay. Kavyam, I am adding you into the queue. Please don't message multiple times. If you message multiple times, it is going to push others somewhere in the queue, right? And I would not be able to track them down. सो प्राप्ति आप मन लगा करके पढ़ाई करिए. आप इस पे मत जाइए कि व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, राइट? व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज व्हाट आई सी हियर, बट दैट डज नॉट मीन यू स्टार्ट अवॉइडिंग योर कर्मा. सो आप कर्म पे ध्यान दीजिए, बिकॉज लाइफ इज ऑल अबाउट कर्म. इट्स नॉट अबाउट समबडी टेलिंग यू दिस इज व्हाट इज कमिंग फॉर यू. डेफिनेटली दैट इज कमिंग फॉर यू, बट उसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप शांत होकर के बैठ जाएं एंड यू जस्ट स्टार्ट अवॉइडिंग एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दीजिए. शिव गौरी, if you are there, let me know. Shiv Gauri, if you are there, let me know. Fine, Shiv Gauri is not there. Let's move on. Kamal, if you are there, let me know. Munshi ji, you are added into the queue. Uh, you are added into the queue. Just hold on. Karabi Munshi. Karabi Munshi. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Kamal is not there. Rusha. Rusha, if you are there, let me know. Kavita Sinha. Urusha, if you're there, let me know. Fine. Urusha is also gone. Finn Boss. Finn Boss, if you are there, let me know. फिन बॉस के बाद कराबी के पास जाएंगे. वृषा इज हेयर. No, that's fine, Vrusha. You can ask anything as long as that is there in my catalog. I have no problem answering any question anybody has. If you are not there, then definitely it would take time and I would say sorry. But in your case, it is there. Badodara. I hope you guys means whatever we are doing is making sense to you. I hope so. Vrusha, this is your token. Vrusha, please keep it handy with you. Yesterday we had a quite a lengthy discussion about whether remedies work or they don't work and all that, right? So I just wanted to let everybody know that remedies really work. Depends what you are doing, right? For example, uh, as long as you are doing the specific mantras which are responsible for specific planets, I'm talking about the beach mantras, or if you really want to strengthen certain planets, then specific stones you can go with. In certain situations, from the numerology standpoint and from the astrology point standpoint, also you can go with the rudrakshas as well. So these are the three things which are tested, tried, which we strongly believe that they work for sure. Now there is a misconception, right? For example, how long somebody should be wearing a stone. So what we believe in, right? For example, if we have requested somebody to go and wear a stone, and we go with a specific conditioning there, right? The condition is, if you are wearing a stone for a specific purpose, as soon as that purpose is being solved, you should put it off. You should not be wearing that, because it can have other implications on other parts of other dimensions of your life. So when somebody is wearing a specific stone, or if somebody is going for a specific mantra sadhana, then make sure this must be done for a specific duration, for a specific time frame. As long as you get to see the changes in the area you wanted to see the changes, afterwards you should not be seeking or pursuing that specific sadhana or a specific stone or whatever you are wearing. So that is very important thing. You guys must be clear about that. If you are just ignorant of it and just having something sitting on your body, then it will start impacting other areas as well. So in yesterday's session there was somebody who's wearing a stone, right? And we requested her to continue wearing that uh, for 2 3 more months, so that she really feels why she is wearing it. I mean, our take on her stone was that she should not be wearing it, but we can't say that, right? You put it off. Vrusha. So Vrusha, this is your token. Vrusha, this is your token. Please keep it handy. Vrusha, definitely your chart is indicating that you are emotionally involved in a relationship and you are deeply involved in it. Most likely, it is going to be a love marriage. You are not going to. There are reflections in a chart which are clearly confirming that it is most likely going to be some sort of love come arranged marriage. So I would I would advise you to please keep your parents involved in this relationship. There is a strong possibility things will work out. So I don't think you should really be worried about it. At least from the numerology standpoint, this is what we see. Since your question is related to marriage, chart is not indicating Mangal Dosh, so that is also a point of relief for you. So you should not be worried about it. Now, just give me a minute. marriage. And guys, I wanted to let you know these kind of questions are already there in the application, right? So in Lacuna Astro, you could go and ask this question, and application analyzes and gives you an answer on a 1 year horizon, right? So that 1 year horizon is nothing but a very beautifully calculated and probabilistically backed outcome, which tells you whether a specific event is likely to happen or wouldn't happen. So it is already there. You can just go and ask that. There can be several situations or several questions which you may not be interested asking right here in the live session. So for that purpose, there are questions added there which you can go and ask in the app as well. The app uses the same algorithm which is being used and tried here in the live session. So I would suggest, if you don't feel comfortable asking anything, just go check in the application. The question should be there. If it is not there, then you can go ask a question in the ask a question section. Send your question, and I can assure you within 2 to 3 days time the question would be added into the queue, but you need to ask for it. And we also have a specific policy at our end. Let's say if you are asking us to add a question, and if we decide to add that question, then in return we'll be giving you 1,000 coins. That's a gesture from our side for introducing a new question into the system, because it helps others as well. So if you feel there is something you want to see in the application, and if it is not there, just use ask a question capability in the app, and if the question is reasonably good, I would make sure it reflects in the application within a week's time. And whoever would be sending that request would get 1,000 coins as bonus from our side, so that they can enjoy the application. So we have Rusha's chart here, and Rusha, your chart is clearly indicating a possibility of love come arrange marriage, and that is purely based on the numerological chart. As far as the possibility of marriage is concerned, your chart is quite vibrant in that area, and it is very beautifully indicating that the marriage would happen. But a single planet is not strong enough, or not having necessary strength with it, which can materialize it. So we need to see at least two planets are coming together to make this event function or happen. Now, as far as the time frame is concerned, the current dasha which you are in at the moment is ending somewhere in 2026 uh, April, and that is Rahu Budh Rahu. So the marriage would not happen in this time. Let me look into the other time frame also. It's not going to happen till August 2026. Marriage is not being promised by your chart. What about after August? Yes. So somewhere between August 2026 till January 2027 is the most favorable time, when there is a very strong possibility of 2711 is being formed in your chart, and that is a very 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 supportive time for the specific event which you are looking for, since it's a natural phenomena, and it would happen when the time comes. And looking at your age, I think you can wait for that time rather than you seeking any sort of astrological advice. As I said at the beginning, make sure your parents are involved in this, because it is going to be a love come arrange. There is a strong possibility of love come arrange marriage. So why not to go for it? So please keep your parents involved in this pursuit. And I can confidently say that you are going to see a really, really nice outcome of your relationship. So that is what I have to suggest here. But the time is after August. If you can wait, good. If you can't, then uh, we don't know. Okay, everybody, let's move on. We just finished with Rusha. Finn Boss. Finn Boss, please let me know if you are still with us. After Finn Boss, we'll go to Karabi, and then we'll go to Kavium, and then we'll go to Kavita. And after that, I'll be closing the session. So if anybody came today for any sort of discussion, and if I have not taken your name, please feel free to leave or ask somewhere else, or you can come tomorrow again, and we would see if I can help you. So anybody I just named here can stay. Anybody whom I have not called can decide to leave, and they can come tomorrow. For that, how you would get the notification, I hope you guys know uh, how you can get the notification when I am live. I'm not going to ask anybody to do what makes it possible. So if you feel there is some meaning in what we are doing, then please feel free to connect with us. We are going ahead with Finboss. Sanjit. I feel Sanjit, have we connected earlier? Because I remember this name. I think early 2025 is when I had somebody with the same name. I'll drill down if there is somebody with that name there. So as I said, you guys are going to see Nadi in the application starting from next week. So that feature would be there for you. And it would also help you see the dasha. The transits are not being implemented, and for that, means we'll give you the dasha for at least for 2 years, right? So I personally feel that as long as you can see a specific event's possibility in next 2 years time frame, then you can connect with us offline, and then we can just look into your transit and tell you. Sanjit, your chart is here. there are two major problems I want to explicitly call out. One is your relationship and another one is your job. So you are going to struggle in both the areas. That is purely coming out of your numerological chart, and I have not seen anybody denying that. So if you say no, then it's okay. I would take it. But most likely, your numerological chart is reflecting something which is slightly concerning on the lines of job and relationship. So these are the two things you are most likely going to struggle with. Now the question is related to job. So I would not, deviate much here, and just concentrate on the job aspect. So just give me a minute. You are currently in Buddha Shukra Dasha, and we are trying to find a amalgamation of planets through the Dasha, which reflects 2, 6, 10, 11. So as long as that combination is being formed, uh, we would be able to tell you whether this is going to happen in a 1 year time frame or not, or if there is something which is against this possibility, then we would also be able to tell you. So if I say that this time is not favorable, that is predominantly a reflection of the dasha not being supported for that specific time. So that is what it means. Yeah. So now if we just go ahead and look into this, you are in Buddha Shukra Dasha at the moment. And how's Buddha doing? So the current time, and it is ending somewhere in June, right? June 2026. So June 2026 tak you are not going to get into a job. So the time is not reflecting any such possibilities. Uh, July time is also not favorable. Okay. If you are preparing for any sort of government exam, right, I would say start looking for a private sector. Unless the Saturn is not coming in transit, it is not going to happen for you. And that is coming. I mean, see, Saturn can come in transit, but it's not the question of that. It's the question of dasha. So as long as it is coming in dasha, the things will work out for you, and that is only going to happen in 2027. Yeah. So it is going to happen in 2027 October. So the possibility of you starting your career genuinely is going to happen somewhere in 2027, in the month of October. Anything before that is, I mean, so you can start the internship or something like that in 2026 December as well. It will be something for 6 months or so. But since you would have already started an event in a specific Dasha Bhukti Anantar, then the probability of that being continued is very high, unless it is not uh, been, uh, opposed by combinations which are negative in that sense. So in the month of December 2026, you can still start something which will be very on a lighter note, some sort of internship or something like that, which is not very well promised, is what I would say. But if you want, uh, put your honest efforts in December 2026 and see if you can materialize that. The good opportunity and the best time for you is in 2027 October. So I'll give you two slots. One is in the December month, and another one is in the month of October 2026. So these are the two time frames in which you are most probably you are going to land into a job. Other than that, I don't see anything which is immediately supportive. Fine, guys. We are going to Karabi, and after that, we'll go to Kavium, and then we'll go to Kavita, and then we'll close the session. I would again say, everybody, if you came here, and if I could not look into your chart, you can come tomorrow. Fine, guys. Let's move on. We are going to Karabi now. Karabi, I highly appreciate you being waiting so long. So thank you so much for waiting here. As I said at the beginning, we are going to put more stringent controls in the application just to make sure astrologers are not using the app. We see that a lot of profiles are being created by individuals. Um, where in West Bengal, Karabi, can you specify the specific place where exactly in West Bengal? If you can just specify that. Nandini, we are at the end of the session and we would be closing it in some time. If you want to come, you can come tomorrow, Nandini. No, Burdwan, I don't see here. If any other place, then please let me know. This place is not there. Any other renowned place? Any other place nearby Burdwan? If you can tell me. Otherwise, oh yeah, that is there. That is good enough. How far is this place from your birthplace? Can you specify that? If the distance is more, right, then there would be drift. It would do a minor changes for sure, but in case of Nadi, it would not be accurate then. So you have to clearly call out. How far is this place? June. 17 June. Okay, fine. Then then it's okay. It's absolutely fine. Karabi, this is your token. Please keep it handy. Karavi, this is your token. I would request you to please keep it handy next time when you come, in case if you come. See, Karavi, one thing, in case if you ever fallen in love with somebody, so your chart is not of that kind. So you are not really going to, you are not a kind of person who can fall in love with somebody. So and that's what I said. That now the next thing is, it also indicates that in the marriage or in any relationship, right, your emotional bonding would be a bit on the lighter side, so you would not be very deeply involved in that. So those emotions are slightly lacking in your numerological chart. You are definitely going to have a financial stability uh, in future. Health would also be fine, and after marriage you are going to have healthy kids also, so that should not be a problem. As far as the possibility of marriage is concerned, your numerological chart is very beautifully supporting this event. It is not been denied and it is very well supported. But a single planet is not in a very strong position to execute this event. So it must need another planet coming along with it. So let's see where exactly that combination is being formed. So just hold on. लव मैरिज के चक्कर में आप ना पड़ें. एज लॉन्ग एज यू कैन गो फॉर अरेंज मैरिज वुड बी अ गुड वन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सी what do I mean by that. लव करना है कर लो, but when it comes to marriage, you are definitely going to involve your parents, so they would be there. It is not going to be something where you are going to run away and then do that, right? कर सकते हो, ऐसी पॉसिबिलिटीज़ हैं, बिकॉज you are not very logical person, right? So you can definitely go for that. But I would say keep your parents engaged in it. As long as you do so, that is possible. As far as love marriage and all that is concerned, your chart is not reflecting that. There is a very mild influence of deep affection, and that is being reflected by Venus. But that is quite weak, right? So, most likely, even if you have fallen in love, that would be originated from the other party, and then you would have just committed for it. It is not something that you fall in love with somebody and then things happened. So, I don't know. Maybe love happens from both the sides. I don't know. So, I have never been in love, so I don't know that. So, if anybody can, you know, specify that, probably it would help everybody. But what I feel that in your case, you are not the one who would have initiated it from the emotions point of view. So your emotions would have not really pushed you to commit for this. So this is something which would have got initialized from the uh, other party. And since you are in Shukra Dasha at the moment, and as I said, Shukra is the only planet which is giving indications of love and affair. So there is a possibility of you being in love. But is it really going to materialize in marriage? No. So love itself is not good enough to materialize your marriage, is what I mean to say. So now, how do you get it done then? So for that, please involve your parents. Then it can be done. As far as the current dasha is concerned, I'll tell you whether it can happen in this time frame or it is just a simple affection you are having right now. So at present you are in Shukra, Mars, Rahu. Just hold on. Good night, bye. Good night. You are currently in Shukra, Mars, Rahu. Just hold on. Rahu is supporting, but it is not indicating love. Shukra is indicating, but it is not very strong. And what about Mars? No. Hmm. Involve your parents. Even your marriage can happen in this duration also. But please involve your parents. So there is a possibility, but it is not the straightforward combination. So whenever there is no straightforward combination involved, it it's something which demands considerable efforts, right? बातचीत करनी पड़ेगी, लोगों से मिलना जुलना पड़ेगा. These things would start happening. So it's not like chat mangni but ब्याह वाला case. So that is not going to happen. As long as if you want to get into this marriage, it is being supported. Marriage is supported. But आप सिर्फ प्यार के भरोसे अगर सोच रही हो कि कर लूँगी तो नहीं कर पाओगी. So involve your parents, then it is possible. Because this specific chart reflects that it has a possibility of marriage, but marrying to the guy whom you are loving is not there. Marriage is supported, but love, marriage is I'm writing here, marriage is supported, but love marriage is not guaranteed. Okay. Means if I could see that 511 everywhere just flying like titli, then I could definitely say that, but that's not the case here. Now you are asking about baby also. Just hold on, I'll look into that. Normal, there would be struggle for sure. There would be struggle when it comes to carrying a baby. So there can be certain challenges. So you may have to go through a bit of pain to carry a baby. So it is not been supported. Not been supported by any combinations. Again, I would say that only the Venus is the one which is supportive to this event, but that is very weak. So there would be challenges when it comes to conceiving a baby. I'll just document this also. Now, don't tell me that I am married and I have kids. So the predictions are bogus. Challenges will be there. And because 11 is not being formed. Okay, guys, who is next? Why am I asking you guys? I have a list, right? अरे उसको लव मैरिज मानना है, जो मानना है मान लो आप. और आपकी मम्मी के राजी होने से कुछ नहीं होता. लड़के के पापा भी राजी होने चाहिए. Or as long as your parents are involved, I would say that it's a arranged marriage only. So लव अब क्या होता है? लव तो हर आदमी करता ही है अपने परिवार में. As long as your parents are involved, it's arranged marriage for me. Kavita, Kavita, if you're there. Kavita. Okay, fine. Kavita is no longer there, and we are going ahead with, who is this? I think I have added you also. Kavyam. 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 Kavita Sinha, you are next. I'm going ahead with Kavyam. Kavyam. No, Kavita, this is not you. I'm talking about Kavita Sinha. Kavita Sinha, I think, is not there, so that's okay. And last would be Nandini, and then we'll close the session. And somebody who comes daily, right, and ask कि आज आज सर मैंने वो छोला भटूरा खाया है और मुझे पेट में दर्द हो रहा है, तो मुझे कुछ बताइए. उसके लिए मेरे पास मत आइए, उसके लिए हाजमोला खाइए. सो रोज़ रोज़, मतलब आई एम नॉट अ पेन किलर, राइट, कि you come every day and then I keep okay, Kavita, you are next. KV M MVKP. Kaviam, this is your token. Just keep this handy, and after Kaviam, we'll go to Kavita Sinha, and the last one would be Nandini Gupta. So Kavyam, your numerological chart has two indications, right? One is it is not confirming to government job. Second, it is also indicating that there is a delay in starting your career. So these are the two things which I can see in your numerological chart. Looking at your astrological chart, so unless Saturn is coming along with any other planet, your possibility of getting into job is quite weak. Okay, so let me find a time when this is being promised. Okay, so 2027 April till August is the time when you would be having absolute necessary conditions which are going to materialize. Okay, that's the time when Mercury and Saturn are coming together and forming the necessary combination for that, and that is 2, 6, 10, 11, and it is being formed there. Other than that, none of the planets are having the capability of completing this combination in entirety. As long as they can't do that, the possibility of you landing in a suitable job is something which is quite questionable. Okay, so 2027 अप्रैल से लेकर के अगस्त के बीच में if you get a window then go for that. 2, 6, 10, 11 is not being formed by any other planet combinations. Guys, you would not believe what you are helping us build here, but it's okay. I don't want you to believe in this. This is something which we are building for everybody. Now we'll go ahead and talk to Kavita. Means I'm so much in love with Nadi that I have kind of forgotten Parashari, right? So we don't even look into that. So when everything is very rosy, right? And Nadi is saying that yes, this is going to happen. That's the moment when I think that let's validate it through Parashi as well. Otherwise, we don't even go and look into that. So this is a drastic shift the way we used to look into the charts, and I'm very confident that the day we would introduce Bhrigunandi Nadi as well in the prediction engine, I think things will become far more robust than what we have right now. Gumla. Next, we are going to cover Kavita. Kavita, please confirm if you are with us. I think Kavita Sinha, you have led the session. That's all right. Oh, you are here. After this, Nandini, if you are there, please confirm. Otherwise, Kavita would be the last one for today. 29th June. Kavita, this is your token. Sorry, your token is wrong. This is your token. Kavita Sinha, this is your token. Yeah, you can start, but I don't see you. Just hold on. Any idea when exactly, Kavita, you want to start this? Kavita, any specific idea when you really want to start this business? May 2026. Buddh, Mars, and Shani. Mars and Shani. Yeah, I think you should consider this. This is a good time. Start would be slow, and that, I mean, that's a normal phenomenon, right? When you're starting a business, it is usually slow. So in your case, it is definitely going to be slow, and you have to stick to it. The chances of you gaining more is when you become a subcontractor kind of person, right? You are, for example, you start making cakes and you start supplying it to somebody rather than you yourself start selling that. So if you do that, that that will be the benefit of your, I mean, if you directly start your business, then that guy has a potential to become your competitor. But if you start supplying to them, then this is something which is neutralized. So if you really want to explore this possibility, and if you start your own, the possibility of you growing big would take time, but there is a guarantee that you will grow big, but it will take time. At least it will take 2 3 years time. The window you have chosen, I don't know why you have chosen May 2026, but accidentally that is having the necessary conditions which is good enough for you to start something. Obviously 2 7 10 11 is what we generally look into, but there is a very thin line between 2 6 10 11 and 2 7 10 11. Obviously 7 is involved, then social factor also comes in, and for business social factor is very important. So that has not been reflected, and that's the reasoning I'm telling, that there is a level of isolation which may be there, right? And as long as you have the isolation, the growth of the business becomes stagnant. So that stagnancy is something which you would be experiencing to create you as a brand and other things, right? There is one interesting factor as well, where uh, you can become a known brand, a known kitchen, but for that you have to go via different route, and that is the route of spending money. So that is also there. But if you have necessary circle around, right, if somebody can help you, then definitely you can try that. But I would say start something. The time is favorable, you can do so. But if you are starting your own, the growth would be slow. if you are putting some money on advertising yourself, or becoming personal brand, then definitely there is a possibility of growth, but it will demand money. So it's a bit of uh, quite quite a bit of complex situation for you to tackle, because you need to look into multiple dimensions to really become a successful businessman in this configuration, the configuration you have. If you had a default support model around, then my prediction could have been very straightforward, saying that yes, go and do that. But in this specific instance, it is pretty much clear that you can start, no harm in that, but growth uh, would be slow. Now if you want to have a exponential growth, then you have to inject certain funds there, right? And those funds are going to get materialized in a different way. For example, you run a social media campaign and then ultimately you get an order, something like that, right? So just rationalize this, think about it, and then go for it. पॉसिबल है, कर सकते हो, लेकिन yeah, Sunny Bunny, I think tarot card is good. If you know somebody, you can definitely try to learn. It's a really good technique. Even we also have it. So in the offline sessions we do that. So maybe one of the days we can do that, right? Maybe on Fridays we can have a tarot card session. But we don't use tarot cards in the live sessions because मतलब डेस्क बहुत फैंसी करनी पड़ती है ना, देन यू हैव टू हैव कैंडल्स, necessary aura needs to be created, because that can't function in the right way uh, if you don't have the mahal. So mahal banana padta hai uske liye. So that's the reasoning we don't prefer having it here. But Sunny Bunny, if you know somebody, you can just go with that. I'm good. How are you? एंड सोनाली, आई वुड से जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर स्टडीज. गवर्नमेंट जॉब से भाग करके तुम अब चले गए टैरो कार्ड रीड करने. आई मीन दिस इज अ बिट डिसअपॉइंटिंग टू हियर, राइट? हाँ, यस एंड नो वाला बढ़िया है, बट पीपल सीक सम क्लैरिफिकेशन, राइट? आपको बताना पड़ेगा कि ये क्या है, ये क्या है, ये क्या है. सो दैट ऑल यू नीड टू एक्सप्लेन. Unless you're not explaining that, it is not very, you know, intuitive. अरे मैं किसको देख रहा हूँ, एक सेकंड रुको. हाँ, या सॉरी, आई रेड योर क्वेश्चन. आप आप जब आए थे तो आपने पूछा था सीए करूँ या गवर्नमेंट जॉब करूँ, या क्लोथिंग वाला ब्रांड पे काम करूँ. So we narrowed down from clothing to government to CA, and ultimately we concluded that you should stick to CA. I remember now. Sorry. So we are just updating Kavita's details and then we'll close. Wants to start a cloud kitchen. Chances are good. Growth needs financial investments. As long as that is being done, growth is possible. Okay, guys, I think we are done for today. It was a remarkable day for me. We did around 10 readings today. And I would like to say thanks to everybody who gave us opportunity to look into their charts. Always welcome Kavita ji. अपना ध्यान रखिए. And make sure you have a good people around you, right? So that they can help you grow. So social नेटवर्क जो है ना अपना थोड़ा सा अच्छा करके रखेंगे तो काम चल जाएगा, ठीक ठाक चल जाएगा. So now I could not talk about a lot of things we discussed yesterday. I wanted to touch the manifestation, how exactly you attract something, right? I wanted to talk about law of attraction that we discussed yesterday, but we couldn't cover. I'll see if we can talk about it someday when there are less people to ask questions. But definitely I'll cover that. I remember I'll cover that. So that is one thing we wanted to cover. We also wanted to talk about nakshatras and how exactly the specific nakshatras rule the specific geographical locations. And uh, you guys always keep hearing people talking about कि अब ये होने वाला है तो इसकी वजह से रशिया में ये हो जाएगा, चाइना में ये हो जाएगा, यूएस में ये हो जाएगा. दैट इज़ बेसिकली आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हाट इज़ द बेसिस फॉर देयर prediction is what I wanted to touch about. Somebody asked this in one of the sessions, so I wanted to cover that. Before I really close the session, I wanted to let everybody know that application now has capability of ask a question. It was always there, but I want you guys to go and ask your specific questions there so that in the live session, initial 5 to 10 minutes, I want to focus on covering these things so that we can definitely, start getting out of the mode of reading to mode of sharing, right? So once again, guys, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity uh, to me. And before I close, I wanted to show you guys that these are the books which are stacked for me for this month. So I think next this month and the next month would go for these books. If somebody wants, they can explore. These are really nice books, and these will definitely help you understand the human psychology. That is very important. If somebody wants to pursue occult as a career, then uh, I would suggest them to do two things. One is read, and second thing is sadhana. Pray somebody, devote yourself to somebody. So these are the two very important things. And then when it comes to reading, don't just read the books on the occult. Read the books which are there, and also focuses on psychology, right? So I have been reading developmental psychology as a part of exploration, because that is definitely going to help you a lot about somebody. For tarot, I think Sunny Bunny, I have my own notes. I created a couple of years ago. I'll do one thing. I'll create a video for it and I'll send it to you, Sunny Bunny, and you can watch that. That's sufficient. It talks about all the major arcanas, minor arcanas, and everything, and in very layman terms, how the interpretation should work and all that, right? I have a very good book reference also. So tomorrow I'll keep it handy. It's anybody when you come. Uh, so I'll uh, I'll keep that handy, right? I'll give you that name. It's available on Amazon, and you can buy it from there. And that is a really good book. Even a lot of people who are into piracy, right? So Sonali, what you can do, you can download it from Google also. So I think the PDF version should also be there. but we buy the physical copies. I feel more comfortable reading that. My team feels more comfortable. I want them to focus more on the books rather than just reading the PDFs. So choice is yours, but that book is really good. All the people out there who are doing the tarot card have read that book basically, because that does the right classification of the things. I don't remember it. Tomorrow when I come, I'll keep it ready. I'll share it with you. I need to check my notes. So the classification is done in such a way which reduces your learning curve and gives you a very clear path, which allows you to really learn that skill and practice. And it starts with a very basic premises saying that how exactly you should be conducting yourself, uh, and what is the impact of these cards on you. And it also talks about how to manage these cards, and then it starts talking about the meaning of the cards and how to read those cards, the ambience when you are doing that card reading and everything. So it really gives you the necessary foundation for you to become somebody who is a good uh, tarot card master. So uh, I would keep it available for you, Sonali, tomorrow, and then you can just look into that. But I'm still not very sure why you want to do that. CA is not a easy thing, right? But it's your choice, Sunny Bunny. So if you want, you can just go with that. I have no problem. कल आपको मिल जाएगा वो डिटेल्स. I'll keep ready and I'll share it with you. ठीक है? तब तक के लिए आप सब लोग अपना ध्यान रखिए. My name is Anand. What I wanted to clearly tell you guys that this was a great day for me. Uh, my name is Anand. I'm the founder and CTO of Lacuna Astro. My purpose of building this product is to make astrology accessible and so cheap and reliable so that everybody can take advantage of it. So that's the whole principle on which the Lacuna Astro is being built. We are doing a lot of implementations for you. We are introducing a lot of features, and obviously we are slow. We are a small company. We are just 8 members here who are working on this. I would suggest everybody to take care of yourself, and tomorrow around 8:30 or 8 I would be again live with you all. Sunny, I'll keep the PDF ready for you, or the name of the book. You can just read that, and don't go for the PDFs because reduce your screen time. That book is not very expensive. I think it is a very reasonably cheap book, so you can buy that, and definitely it is going to give you a lot of sense how the tarot card reading can be done. I think I think I'm done for the day. Thank you everybody for listening me. It was great connecting with all of you. Have a great night and take care of yourself. Bye.